Yo, what up, man? It's your boy Akilz Amari, artist, songwriter from the east side of Atlanta, and you rocking with me on episode 9 of The Dance Show.
Akilz,
What's happening, man?
what's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. Living.
Hey, man,
Yes,
it's
sir.
a good thing to be doing, man.
For sure.
I'm glad you could come on today. I think we met sometime last year.
Yeah.
How long you been in Atlanta?
Bro, so I was born here.
Okay.
I'm like slick born and raised here. So I moved from here when I was like 10, moved to Detroit for like 2 years, and moved back to Atlanta for a year. Moved after that year, spent, what was that, like 7th grade? I moved to North Carolina and stayed there until I graduated high school, then moved back to Atlanta. So
Okay.
I've been back and forth for a long time.
And how'd you? I for the people who don't know, I met Akilz through Chop. When did y'all reconnect? Because I feel like you're a new face that have popped up in the past year.
I ain't gonna say we reconnected. I mean, he known me all my life. That's that's family, basically. You know what I'm saying? My god brother is like his best friend. You know what I'm saying? They grew up together, and I've known Mario and them all my life, so I've always been around Chop.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. So me and Chop had a little discussion a few weeks ago after I had my little shindig. We was talking about getting you on the show.
Yes, sir.
And like I told you on the phone, me and Joe have been a little hesitant to have people on who are rappers, but it only took a few clicks onto your page and your different links for it to be like, oh yeah, we gonna bring bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Unfortunately, in 2021, just saying you're a rapper isn't like a qualifying like.
Nah, for sure.
A lot of people think they just say they be like, oh yeah, I'm a rapper, and then it's like, now fuck with me. And it's like, oh, that's kind of actually a red flag these days.
Yeah, exactly.
But like I said, with you, click, seen the video. Which, by the way, is like a very what's the title of the song?
You talking about Rick Law?
Rick Law.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I love those very high efficiency, just one location, just around the house.
Yes, sir.
It is so. That was a really dope video.
I appreciate it.
I watched that, listened to a few of the songs, and then I've listened to some songs that you played me at Aubrey's 4th of July Bonanza.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to that. That was a
was
great
lit.
fun time.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, since then I've been excited to have you on.
Likewise.
And I'm glad I can have somebody on that when they go click the music, they don't be like, why did Dad bring
Nah,
that
for sure.
fella onto
Yeah,
the
for
show? Right.
For sure.
So tell me how you got started with doing music, and yeah, what made you start doing music? And did it start with rap? Did it start with an instrument? Like what?
Nah, it actually started from really when I was like in 3rd grade, bro. Like I just kind of like I was really into reading and writing a lot at that point. And just really I started getting to the point where it's like I needed an outlet to express myself. I wasn't writing poetry, I wasn't doing none of that. I was just slick writing short stories in like paper, like notebook paper, literally like 5 sheets of notebook paper, staple them bitches together, and I write short stories. And my was in 3rd grade. I used to take them back to my 1st grade teacher, and she'd actually, you know what I'm saying, laminate them and put them in a library for other people to read. That actually transferred into me doing poetry in 8th grade, and you know what I'm saying, met somebody that one of my best friends actually was a beat maker. And I just decided, it was like, yo, shit, let me try this. I got cut from the 8th grade basketball team. I was like, fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do with my time now? Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's weird because you're good at basketball.
Oh God.
We'll get to that, right.
North Carolina, a whole different beast when it comes to hoopers. They call it the hoop state. So,
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, damn, bro, what I'm gonna do now? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I love music. T.I. is one of my favorite people to watch. So I was like, let me try it. 8th grade, wrote my first, you know what I'm saying, rap, took it to him. The nigga was like, yo, this shit, it ain't bad, but nigga, you don't know how to flow on the beat.
Yeah.
So that 8th grade, I took that whole summer and just learned how to flow on the beat. And from that point on, I took it serious.
So how old are you?
We gonna say it, okay?
Right. Okay.
I've been in the game for a minute.
Right, how old are you?
I look how old I look.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's 22, y'all.
For sure.
I guess that's the age. No. Well, the reason I was asking you that is just to kind of just see the timeline of from 8th grade to,
Oh man,
to the
I'll
age
be
you
honest,
are
man, I'm
now.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 27. I'm 27.
So from 14 to 27,
For sure.
it's been about how long you've been doing music. How do you feel about where music is now amongst like our peer group?
I mean, it's a balance to everything. like I say in like damn near all my interviews, bro, I'm really a quality over quantity type person.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of niggas that put out a 20-track tape and probably 5 of them joints is like banging.
Yeah.
So me personally, I've been putting out EPs and 5, 6, 7 songs and make sure they was quality and put them out. Yeah.
I think that's really important.
That whole 5, 6, 7 songs EP, I love.
I mean, it's a dope format, but at the same time, bro, if you can put together a 14-track album and all them shits be non-skip,
Yeah.
you're doing something today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of niggas that ain't getting played through the whole album unless you like a Drake or J. Cole or Kendrick or somebody like that.
Oh yeah, with the content and music overload that we have the privilege of having these days, that also comes with like shorter attention span.
Facts.
And even it'll be projects that I look forward to coming out, and then they'll drop, and I'll skim through it, and it might be 2 weeks later I listen to it again because I got 20 other albums I can listen to.
Nah, facts. It's crazy. I don't know if I haven't listened to Cole's album yet, and I'm a huge Cole fan. I have not listened to that album yet.
So I downloaded it. Like I said, I skimmed through it. I've heard it like at the barbershop and stuff, but it's just like, okay, well, I'll go back to this. Tyler dropped recently. Yeah. I've listened to it a few times, but like I'm a Tyler stan. Yeah. I should know the whole album by now, but even like now it's just like, man, I've got so much music on my phone and on my Apple Music that even when my favorite artists drop, I still just kind of like peek in and then be like, all right, I'll come hang out with you in about a week or two.
I'm still vibing to this one.
And on the other end of that, I mean, for me, it's not necessarily as a fan, but at least for artists, I know you listen to too many people that start to influence how you do your music.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I took a break with listening to people's albums or getting on their albums right when they came through. You know what I'm saying? So that was just more of me to find my own original sound for the most part, because I am heavily influenced by niggas like Cole and Nipsey and T.I. and them type niggas, and my shit can get lost in they shit because they'll see that person in me. So
my bad.
No, you good.
So from 9th grade to now, when do you feel like was the turning point, and when do you feel like how your boy said you can rap, but you don't know how to catch the beat, and when did you start feeling comfortable and then being like, okay, like I'm actually this is something that I'm gonna do and be good at?
I say after I got kicked off the basketball team in 10th grade.
Okay, so 8th and 10th grade, you got the boot?
I got cut in the 8th grade.
Okay.
I got kicked off.
Okay.
The team.
I was about to say, bro.
Yeah, it was a whole different thing, man. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas got attitude problems, especially back then. Yeah, man, I got into it with some niggas.
Let me find out you was like Ron Artest.
I wasn't that.
Latrell Sprewell.
Some niggas had said something, bro. I'll tell the story real fast. It's just for shits and giggles.
You got it.
You know what I'm saying? So we was at Mooresville, and like I said, I played ball in North Carolina. So we at Mooresville, and I am like, at least to me, I feel like, and if you was on the team, bro, and you see this podcast, bro, let me know if I'm lying. I was one of the top players on that team. I don't care if I wasn't starting, or it was some people that were starting that didn't need to be starting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So coach finally put me in the damn game. To his credit, I was on academic probation, but he put me in the game. The nigga put me in. We was down by like 5-8 points. Some shit I could have got easily.
Yeah.
The nigga put me in for an inbounds play.
To pass
the ball in. I got in. Somebody got fouled. Took me right out the game.
I was like, oh, bro, I could have.
What am I here for?
Exactly.
You
So
emailed me this.
that exact attitude, nigga. It's like third, fourth quarter. I see I ain't going in the game, so niggas start untying his shoes.
Right.
Untuck this jersey. By the time I'm going off the floor, nigga, my jersey off. I got on nothing but my Under Armour shirt, my shorts, my shoes is untied, and I ain't shaking nobody's hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So niggas peeped that. Niggas from they school peeped that, and they said something to me as I was walking to the locker room. And when I heard them, I was like, nigga, fuck you. See me when I, you know what I'm saying, when I come back up here type shit. Coach seen me. He was like, bro, you go up there and start shit, bro. Like, it's going to be over for you. So I left it alone. But the niggas was starting their shit. The next game had started. They starting their shit from across the court. I welcome it. It wasn't, and I was pissed anyway, so it was like, whatever. And I'm at an away game, so Mooresville, North Carolina, just think about how that sounds. The police seen me, the principal seen me. They all felt threatened. You know what I'm saying? So I got escorted out. I got police escorted out the building. And then how I found out I got cut, nigga, I was dedicated, like, for real. I'm skinny as shit now, but I was way bigger in high school, right? I used to run to practice from my house. It's probably like 2-3 mile run. So I ran them miles, got to the school, made it to practice before anybody. My shit on, my gear on, I'm ready to go. I get to the door to let my coach let my coach in. I see that nigga, he just start shaking his head. I'm just like, here we go. Here go the fuck shit. So he came in and he was like, hey, bro, head coach wants you gone.
Damn.
Yeah,
It's
head
like,
coach wants you gone.
damn.
So after that point, I was already in like some groups and shit, and I was already fucking around with the music on the side. I just wasn't something I was totally into at that time. So after that, it was like, all right, so my hoop dreams is getting...
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, I'm good at this. Let me try this. Let me put my all into this. And when I actually started doing that, you know what I'm saying, niggas started getting shows and doing little things like that. Started getting a little recognition around the school. I would be the nigga that, you know what I'm saying, lunchtime, after lunch, we all in this place they call the common area. Mm-hmm. So we all in there, and the crowds would just form around the boy, and, you know what I'm saying, I try to rap. Niggas want me to rap and do shit. So,
That's a very interesting transition into... sometimes that was like a closed door, open another one.
Yeah, facts.
So comfortable since like 10th grade, 16 or so.
Yeah.
What is some of the work, who are some of the people or the projects you've worked on recently? And I think you recently went to like North Carolina to record some stuff?
Yeah,
what
I went
was
out
that
there.
like?
I went out to North Carolina, brothers, just to work with my team, the Nukes. Shout out to the Nukes Music. That's Rich and Jay Smash. I went out there to I ain't gonna say finish, but to add to. I got a project out right now called No More Losses, 7 tracks right now, and we're planning on putting out a deluxe version of that, and it's gonna be probably around 14 tracks on that. I just went out there to put the finishing touches on some joints, work on a new joint, and yeah, we just cooked up. You know what I'm saying? We cooked up right on the spot. It wasn't none that I had panned out right then. I just went to the studio. He made the beat right in front of me, and we got busy. Got busy.
And that was like 2 of them songs you let me hear.
Yeah.
Right?
I think one of the joints I made around my birthday in March, and the last one I made 2 weeks ago when I was out there, and I'll let you hear it. Yeah.
So besides music and basketball, what would you say would be the most interesting thing about Akilz, other than obviously those 2 things that you covered?
Just my passion for family.
Family?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that
is it a Vin Diesel level?
I don't.
Right.
What you mean?
That's so the recent meme is Vin Diesel like, I do this for my family. Like,
you talking about like from Fast 9 and shit
yes,
like that? Man,
right.
I don't know about all that.
That's just right.
Hey, but this like I guess to that effect, I will say you don't necessarily have to be blood to be family.
Mm-hmm.
Like my nigga Chop,
for sure.
Like Chop, that's family. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So I'm real big on that. It ain't really too much about me, like family music, hooping. Yeah,
I know
I'm real simple.
I know you was telling me about the puppies and stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean that too.
You don't. Do you just like them or do you breed them?
I fuck with pit bulls. It's a story to go along with that too.
Hey man, we got time.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you the story after this. But yeah, I really I got into the breeding a couple years ago after my pops passed. Mm-hmm. Well, 2 years ago after it's been a year. So since my pops passed, I got my first pit. And that shit brought me a lot of joy. You know what I'm saying? I fucked around and got another dog, and then they made puppies, and then I kind of brought the same joy that I got from getting my dog is what, you know what I'm saying, I wanted to pass along to other people. So I ended up having my first litter, you know what I'm saying? That kind of made my entrepreneurial, you know what I'm saying, since it's tingled a little bit like, damn, bro, I really don't need to work for nobody. I really can do this, you know what I'm saying, to sustain a nice lifestyle. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm definitely into that. So you can follow that at Titanium Kennels on Instagram. Yeah, man, go check out my dogs, man. I got some nice animals, bro. The story though, how I got into them, bro. Growing up on Panola and shit, my mom used to be scared as fuck of pit bulls, and she kind of like transferred that fear down to me. Mm-hmm. And every time we seen a pit, it was just like, yeah, stay away from that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They get such a bad rap.
Facts. Yeah. And they don't deserve it. They're fucking excellent dogs. Yes, I'm not gonna lie.
They are.
So we moved to Detroit. So, and in Detroit, you gotta walk to school, right? So in Detroit, everybody got pits.
Yeah.
So literally, I'm walking. This is one direction that you gotta go to school, and it's like a gate. It's like a corner, but it's a gate right here, and the house is like right here. So every time you walk past there, you can guarantee that pit gonna run up to the gate, right?
Yeah,
so it just became a habit after a while. So I'm like, it snowed. I'm already mad. I gotta walk to school in the snow because I'm coming from Atlanta. As soon as it's an inch of snow on the ground, nigga, you don't go to school. Nigga, it's 6 feet of snow. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck. I'm already mad. We walking. And I'm like, you know what? The dog's not gonna scare me today. So I'm ready for it. Like, so if it come up to this gate and start barking, don't get scared. So I get closer to the house. And I hear his feet. And I hear him growling. I'm like, all right, bet, he coming. So I hear him getting closer, but I don't see him coming to the gate. So I start hearing his feet like that. And I'm like,
Yeah, right.
So I look to my left. This nigga is loose. Running full speed, mouth open, all that shit, bro. I didn't do like growling, all that. I'm like, I just froze, bro. And then literally, when I tried to move, I literally sheet of ice, bro. I slipped, fell.
Lord Jesus.
That nigga stopped and just sat down. And then looked at me. And then hit me with the,
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, bro, what?
And then we looked at each other for like 5 minutes. And then somebody ended up seeing what was going on, picked me up and took me to school. But after that, it was just like, he could have tore me the fuck up if he wanted to. It's something that stopped him from doing that. And then after that, people I started seeing walk their dogs, and I just started getting into them with the dogs. And that was probably like 10 around that time, 10, 11. Yeah, that was about 10. I was 10.
Yeah, I think kind of naturally, unless you have a dog growing up as a kid, you kind of have just a natural fear of it, because just the animal is just like, oh man, get that
thing
away from me.
It's excited.
But like growing up in the hood, I grew up on Boulevard, so every hood have a dog trail. Everybody got their respective place where they go run away from dog. It'd be like a ride at an amusement park.
Facts.
And somewhere around 10 or 11, I also used to just run and walk through the dog trail so many times that like it just stopped being scary. And then I'm just like, oh, like I'm actually not scared of any dogs. And even to this day, and I think early, you learned it, like they sense fear. Most animals actually, animals like that, they do sense fear. And if you're just not scared, then they're just gonna chill. And like in that situation where he's chasing you, the dog was like, "Oh, I just looked forward to just running after you.
Yeah.
I didn't."
He didn't expect me to just fall.
He was like, "I can't do nothing with you now that I can't help you now that you on the ground hurt."
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah,
thank God, because it could have been one of them moments.
So I love dogs, and I don't care what kind of dog you got. Like I just get down to their level. I put my hands out and I just let them control it.
Yeah.
Even like with pits, they get such a bad rap. I want to ask you about clipped ears too. But like with pits, they are some of the most obedient dogs. It's just that when you let a pit go left,
it's over after that.
then it's done. Yeah, it's done. But I mean, your son is like that.
No, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
People be mad at me because I'm real stern with my dogs.
Yeah.
And they think I'm abusive. No, I'm not abusive. It's just I'm not about to let him run over me because the first time I let him do that, it's over. There's not going to be no comeback for that. So I'm not even going to let him do that.
So a touchy subject amongst dog owners is clipped ears.
Yeah.
And I think even some people have a problem with tails. Tell me how you feel about that.
If it's your dog, do what the fuck you want to do with it.
That's kind of how I feel about it. I'm confused as to people's aggressive, stop clipping dogs' ears.
I mean, you can't, if you're doing it at the age where their ears are really tender and they can do that without being painful, then do what you do, man. I think some dogs, that shit look dope on. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like,
there
really
is an actual point. It's not a cosmetic thing, though, right? It's actually a point. Like, I read that, sometimes, dogs will get ear infections or will get flea bug infections in their ears, and that's a way to stop that from happening. Is there a point in doing it, or do people just do it for the
I say it's a point in doing it. Yeah, some dogs really do. You really got to clean their ears real good. It'll be ticks and stuff all in it. That's a way to regulate that too.
Yeah.
My dogs don't necessarily have their ears clipped. I thought about it, but they at an age where it's just it's too late now.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, like I said, it's some dogs that look good with it, some dogs that don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my dogs are perfect without them. So,
yeah. And I'm not saying I obviously don't have a dog.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would or wouldn't, but if someone made that decision with their dog, Like, that's not your.
Yeah, facts.
That's not your.
Yeah, man. People be
That's
extra
not your
with
dog.
People be extra with the yeah.
What's your favorite dog? Since we on the dogs, I love dogs.
I'm gonna say I got two. Cause I got two different dogs. I got a I got an American XL Bully.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and I got a what is she? She's I'm just an American Pit Bull Terrier. I don't know the actual bloodline.
What's the difference between the American XL and the one you saw on my story the other day?
Yours is more of a. I'm not gonna say like just regular bully, but
Yeah,
it'd be more of just a regular bully.
Mm-hmm.
The American XL is just it's a bully, but it's bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, it's taller. Yeah, for a fact. They still muscular. They still the same though.
How did they get this big?
Bro, honestly, from breeding.
Like
Literally from
steroids.
breeding, people have gotten that shit down to a science where it's like you might have a dog that has like a crazy ass muscular structure, and you want to breed it with this dog because its head is big, and you do that just to and you keep doing it until you get the dog that you want. So people have perfected theirs. Like mine's actually come from good stock. So he worth $5K off top. So his puppy's gonna be coming for like $5,000.
Sheesh.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
That's
And his
right.
brothers, and I got the runt out of my group, out of the litter.
yeah.
And I was just blessed. I didn't have to pay nothing for that. That's just off being a solid nigga.
Nice.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I like huskies a lot.
Those are dope too.
Probably like not a good first dog to get.
Hell no.
Yeah, because
That was the other dog up the street behind another gate that would just run up to the gate and bark at it. I wasn't fucking with him.
Yeah.
Nah, he was different.
I love them dogs. They're just so smart.
Yeah.
Like you're not finna just casually have a husky. You have to have like a normal dog.
Nah, facts.
To kind of.
Neiman got a husky. I think it's a husky. I think it's a husky he got.
Is Belvedere still alive?
Yes, Belvedere.
How?
Man.
Bro, when I seen Belvedere, side note, our friend Neiman, who is in the Navy, and where's he stationed at?
He's in Osaka, Japan.
Japan, right. He's got a dog named Belvedere, and I thought this dog was 20 in 2007.
That's when we got. That's when we were living at Peachtree
Yeah,
Park.
I thought this dog was old then. We see Neiman again in like 2016, 2017, something like that for his little girl birthday party. He had Belvedere over at the house.
Man,
I thought I seen a ghost running up to my ankle. I'm like, whoa, Neiman, whoa!
what is this thing? It's just wobbling around.
I don't know if Choppy's ever seen it, but somewhere in Stone Mountain there's like this little road where it's a whole bunch of big houses, but then there's like these houses on the other side. This nigga is a dude that owns an all-white wolf. On me. All white wolf. My homeboy told me about it and I thought he was capping me. He drove past there and I seen that white, and that motherfucker was like way bigger than the regular dog. I was like, yeah, that's a wolf, bro.
Somebody need to call the police.
Yeah, that's
That's private property, bro. I mean, some people, they have licenses and stuff to own them.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Belvedere for still being alive.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my God, he have to be like 26 at this point.
Neiman has everything from 2007.
Really?
Yes. Remember that big ass TV he had in his
Yeah,
room?
he still have
he
that
still
and
has
a oh my God.
And that same couch.
Same couch. Lord, how much DNA is settled into the pillows of that couch?
dead and full, bro.
I probably got some DNA on that
my
motherfucker. From... Okay, we move right on. What I was going to say about the dog, though, shout out to Belvedere for still being alive. I like huskies. I think that's the end of the dog talk. Yeah, we can move back on to some, back to some normal shit again. So how did you get the name Akilz Amari?
All right, so I was going by Young Rick at first. And
Shout out to everybody's first name
first
that they
rap
brought.
name.
Yeah, right. Go ahead.
What was your
But
first
yeah, I
name?
literally only had,
Don't play with me, Joe.
I've literally only, I guess I've had 4 names because you had Young Rick, then I turned into Achilles. Then I went from Achilles and to Akilz, to Prince Akilz, and then from Prince Akilz I went to Akilz Amari.
Mm-hmm.
I got the name Akilz Amari though. I mean Akilz from 10th grade, watching an English class, or it might have been literature. It might have been one of those. Well, my teacher, we was big on the Greek epics at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time reading about Achilles and Odysseus and niggas like that.
That's the Iliad?
Yeah. So, we read the Iliad. Boom, that was cool. But when we actually got to see it in live action in the movie Troy, that shit, I was like, yo, this nigga's hard.
Yeah.
So I was like, bro, I think I'm gonna apply Achilles and how he was, you know what I'm saying, to this rap shit. So I had the name Achilles, and that grew to Akilz, because people get mad when I say this, but yeah, some of my people, bro, we you know what I'm saying, you see that name and you might not be able to pronounce it, especially the way I was spelling it at the time. So people just started calling me Akilz. So when that like I'd heard that too many times, it just started sticking. So I was like, fuck it, it's Akilz now. And I started calling myself Prince Akilz, and when I got older, I was like, all right, this Prince shit is done. I was like, gotta go buy something. Let me find something. So I went through looking for a name that was gonna be a dope add-on. And at first I was thinking about Amaru, Tupac's middle name. But I was like, I'll probably get somebody probably summons me for some shit like that. Yeah. So I was like, nah, let me find something different. So I ended up finding Amari. And damn, I need to pull up the meaning. But at the time,
you'll look it up.
Whatever, yeah. Search that for me. The meaning of Amari. So I found out that I thought Amari at that time meant love or something like that. Yeah. So at a point in time, Akilz Amari meant what was it? It was like the bridge between war and love. Achilles being a warrior, and then Amari meaning love. But when you look up Amari now, it means, what does it mean? Strength, right? Strength, yeah. So it means strength. It means strength, and Akilz, knowledgeable, intelligent.
So knowledgeable strength is kind of what it translates to. So that's deep.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I ended up with Akilz Amari at the age of 18, 19, something around there. So I've been rocking as Akilz Amari since then. That's
what's up, man. Yeah. Shout out to Joe for being the Black Jamie from the Joe Rogan show.
Facts.
The first black one. The first known black producer on a video podcast. Yeah. He's gonna be more famous than me. I'm gonna get canceled at some point. Once I get after episode 20, it's gonna be the Dan that y'all know and remember. Folks be looking at it like, Dan, you be very like, that's not the Dan that we know that you be on the show. It's just like, just wait. Just wait. I just need enough subscribers to
I'm gonna be off camera by that.
Dan a wild boy.
Yeah, right. It's funny. I mean, I'm joking about that. I do take this very serious. And like I was telling you, and like I tell all the guests when I reach out to them, I be like, hey, so I know you probably have never seen me be serious before, but I am serious about this.
Nah, for sure.
Right. And I always tell people that, and I think it's funny. On another note, you say you've been in Atlanta your whole life.
Yeah, for the most part.
How do you feel about the progression of where Atlanta's heading into compared to what you might have been used to growing up? Specifically, like gentrification wise. What do you think? What would be a personal pro and con for you? Because the con for me is that I'll never be able to afford a $500,000 condo in Fourth Ward. Yeah. So I just wonder what the pro is.
The only pro for me is that they're cleaning up areas.
Yeah.
But forcing all our people out to the outskirts and nah, that's not the move, bro. Yeah. Like y'all should be fixing up the neighborhoods for us to live in, not to fucking come in there and wipe us out and just move us out further. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up. So that's my opinion on gentrification for the most part. And if you come in there to make the neighborhood better, cool. But don't come in there trying to take over shit.
Yeah, just
let the people stay there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Atlanta has become the most volatile housing market in the country. And for the past 5 years, the most aggressive version of gentrification. I mean, it's not even casual. It's like, this was a neighborhood of poor people. Now there's condos for $500,000 here.
You'll see the projects right next to a modern built home.
Oh, man. So I was
on the bluff,
just right down Boulevard.
Man, like me and Holly was talking about a few episodes ago. I met Brian to shoot at Jackson Street last week, and just riding through my neighborhood where the daycare used to be is like these big, beautiful, like sectioned off little brownstone condo setups, and then down the street is this huge compound that like 4 people live in, and then a bando, and then the room and trap house, and then next to that, and then next to that a basketball court, and it's just like, wow, it's like this is my neighborhood that was the hood.
You see a white lady walking her dog, then 2 blocks later you see a couple crackheads. They're like, what the fuck? Where am I at, bro?
You know, the problem is that, like, I just don't know what the proper, what the alternative is. Because the alternative would be like, well, no development, no new things.
Just make it affordable.
Yeah,
man. That's the solution. Like, make it affordable for the people who grew up there. That's the solution. Like, if I grew up on Bankhead Highway, I should be able to go and buy a house on Bankhead Highway.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, it's just it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that I'm not able to, or that you're not able to get one of these condos on Boulevard.
It makes sense when you don't own the shit.
Yeah, I mean, when you're the one who building it and just trying to cap on it, like,
yeah, that's what I mean.
It's easy at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree.
You come in and build a coffee shop. You come in, you put an Aldi in there. I mean, you know, and now white people live here, so it's a totally different neighborhood.
Yeah, it like Akilz said, it'd be one thing if there was some budget set aside for like actual like resources for the residents of the neighborhood, but that's just not the case, and I'm just worried that Atlanta's about to box itself.
Shit is a new form of red line.
Put itself into its own box, because what'll happen is, particularly with the crime that's been happening, once the people who are occupying these expensive, non-affordable places, once they're done with Atlanta, they're just gonna leave and go to the next place,
exactly.
and buy up the poor neighborhood in Huntsville or in Raleigh or in, you know, wherever, and then we're still gonna be in Atlanta. And in those you know, the housing's still going to be like fucked up. Mm-hmm. So it's something that I haven't thought about much as an adult, but now I'm in like a mad rush to fix my credit so that I can start looking for a house, because I'm scared if I don't find a house next year, then I won't be living in Douglasville or some shit like that. And
they're pushing us all the way out.
Right,
sure.
And I will truly move to another city. Like, I will move just
That's already
away.
Plans for me, man.
Yeah, I'll move away. Before I live in the outskirts and fight traffic that comes to the city. It's just like, all right, well, Atlanta not home temporarily.
It's far enough. It ain't nothing but 20 minutes away from the city from Oak Park.
You can catch Dan in New Orleans if I do move.
Hey, man,
permanently.
The spot
anywhere.
right.
That shit is scary.
The
way it's built is scary. I say that because like when I was little, like my grandfather actually stayed in the same neighborhood that the founder of Popeye stays in.
Wow.
So they stay right off. Was it Lake Pontchartrain or something like that? So they stay right off the lake.
So Popeye the Sailor Man?
No, Popeye the nigga, the nigga who owned Popeye's chicken.
Pluto?
Yeah, for a fact, bro. But you my. We call her my mom. She told me she was like, yo, go look at the lake. Go look at all that. She was like, it's right over the hill. So I'm like, hill. Then I remembered something one of my science teachers had said. They said the reason why Katrina had did the way it did, it was because, nigga, the shit's built below sea level. Mm-hmm. So this was my first time actually seeing it. Nigga, it's a big ass hill. You climb up, and as you're going over that shit, you don't see nothing but the sky, nigga. It's nothing there. So you know it's like a big-ass body of water right there.
Yeah.
You get right there, the water right there. This shit's crazy. So when that shit flood, it comes and it goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So that shit, it levels up, bro. That shit is weird. I couldn't stay there just for that. I have a fear of big-ass water.
Oh, yeah, the water. I mean, that's what fucked the city up. The Hurricane Katrina was a very strong storm, but the levees breaking is what fucked the city up. Yeah. And that had been a long. I've done so much research on New Orleans since I've gone there because I love that city now.
It's dope.
But that had been an ongoing problem for years.
Yeah.
Is every time it was a new mayor or new somebody to come up, congressman, whatever, it would always be issues like, hey, these levees are fucked up.
Yeah.
These levees are fucked up. When are we gonna fix these levees? And slowly but surely, that motherfucker broke. And
at the worst possible
and unfortunately, like New Orleans is still a recovering city.
No,
I mean, it's a thriving city due to food and liquor sales. But that literally is just what keeps it afloat. No pun intended.
Zion Williamson. Shout out to Zion.
They don't. Yeah, right. That's why he weighs 300 pounds now. Eating that good food in New Orleans. It's like, yeah, get out of there, my boy. You ain't gonna never get back in shape. He's a tremendous athlete.
Oh, me.
God damn.
Carolina boy.
Right. and I'll move past New Orleans after this, but yeah, after Katrina, they don't want to put any money into just the country. New Orleans is literally just like a stepchild little coastal city that is one of the coolest cities I've ever been to. But that's kind of the alternative of non-gentrification. Is New Orleans is an example of a city that no money gets put into. And you just have abandoned buildings. You have buildings with literally watermarks from Katrina still to this day.
Right.
It's crazy. So I always think it's like, what's the alternative to, I don't like gentrification for Atlanta. What's the alternative? It's just like, I guess when it comes to money and people making money, there is no middle ground. Yeah. Like it's a full go or it's a no go. Fact. No one's like, hey, let's casually make this money. Like let's leave millions on the let's not make millions. Let's just make hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? It's like no.
Well, the alternative there is just pay people more. You can still mark it up that high. Just pay people more.
Yeah.
Pay people what it costs to. If you live in Georgia or you live in California, pay people enough to be afforded to live.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that.
They're not gonna do nothing we suggest to them. It's just those are the solutions. It's just not possible.
Speaking of that, they had the report come out last week, which obviously this won't come out for a while, but said that no person making minimum wage in America can afford a 2-bedroom place.
Yeah.
And it's like what Danny was saying the last episode. It's like no person that spends 40 hours of their life every week, no person should have to go home and not be able to take care of their business.
Facts.
Like, this is
America.
Having a job shouldn't just be like business as usual. It should be like an opportunity for someone to create and sustain a life.
Facts. I say this. The reason, because this go back into the dog shit. The reason why I'm even big into that is just like, I used to work at FedEx before my first litter of puppies came. Mm-hmm. And it felt like when I was working at FedEx, I was working to get paid to come to work.
Yeah. Right.
And then I couldn't even take care of the shit that was going on at the crib. So I was like, man, fuck. But when that litter of puppies came, nigga, I made 6 bands. I was living like a little rich nigga for a minute. Like my bills was paid, shit was good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I really, that really just goes to show you, man, fuck these jobs, to be honest. Go out there and find a way, find your niche and make some paper, bro.
Hey, man, you'll truly find it. And that's one of the hardest things to do.
Just jump off the porch.
Yeah, and sound advice is make sure you have a job lined up before you quit your job.
Nah, facts.
But that's a lot harder than just quit it. It's hard to find a job while you have a job. And it's also easy to just settle, be like, you know what, I'm fine here.
I've been here.
I'm fine
That's what
here.
I'm going through now.
I never do that. Every job that I have had, I have just left. And, not just pieced out left. Like, I would give, like, a week notice or a 2-week notice. Sometimes might just be, like, a 72-hour notice. I'll give you some kind of notice. But I usually don't have nothing going on afterwards. Yeah. And my point in saying that is that a lot of people have an opportunity to find themselves when they finally unleash themselves from the man.
Yeah.
But it's real easy to just be okay with just having the job and being like, how else am I gonna make money? It's just like, oh man, there's a lot of ways to do it.
To make money.
You just won't find out until you jump off the porch.
Yeah.
I'm in the job. I work in liquor sales, but I'm only have this job because I quit my career. Yeah. I just straight up quit it. I cashed out my 401k, and like you said, I had like a little 6 or 7 bands, and I'm just like, hey, you know what?
I'm good.
I'm gonna take a vacation. I'm gonna get lit and just go out all over. Before I know it, I had another job that just fell into my lap. Yeah. It's what I'm doing now. I make more money than I did before, and I'm in a position to do stuff like this. And even with that being said, I don't want to, it'd be nice when I don't have to do that job anymore. Yeah. But I agree with you, man. Like, find out what you're good at. Find out what your market of people is, and just stick to it.
I was gonna say that's the reason why I think COVID has been a blessing in some capacity.
Yeah.
Cause jobs closed down, and it's like they're showing you that you can't really depend on these motherfuckers. They really don't give a shit about you, bro.
Yeah.
They don't. So how is she gonna get it? And since that, you seen the birth of so many businesses, and not only just businesses, but black businesses. So that's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? And shit, there's a lot of other motherfuckers that get some money too.
Yeah,
so shout out to them.
I've seen a handful of my peers go from like one level of doing their craft to like take like a for real big step up, and it's just in like the past year. And it's most of the people who've been on this show, truly. And then there's a handful of my other peers that went the opposite way.
Yeah.
They got a lot weirder and got a lot more of a loser, which you'll never see them on the show. So yeah, I agree with that, man. Like COVID, unexpected job loss, unexpected door closing. Sometimes the door gets slammed in your face. Sometimes you make the decision to close the door, and then you go to the next one. And sometimes the door gets slammed in your face.
Yeah.
And the door got slammed in a lot of people's faces last year.
Facts.
And you either gonna go find another open door, or I guess you just gonna be like, I don't know, wandering around in the hallway. I don't know, getting security called on you. Like, there's this guy. He looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. He's just in the hallway.
Yeah.
Is that Joe? Brooklyn Shea is an all-natural luxury skincare line. They specialize in creating handcrafted whipped shea butter, body oils, soap, and beard oil. They also take pride in providing products that only contain 100% all-natural organic ingredients. Their goal is to help you keep your skin hydrated and moisturized daily. The body butters are made to order to ensure freshness, and they ship worldwide. You can visit their website by going to brooklynshayllc.com. Again, it's brooklynshayllc.com.
I know how tough that is. How finding shows and getting to be on stage.
It's tough in the sense of, how can I put this?
Not wasting your time, basically.
You're gonna do that regardless. Especially as an up and coming artist, it's gonna be a lot of time wasting. How can I put this? As long as if you find somebody that's really about the culture and really just fuck with you just cause you dope, and there's some people that's still around that's like that, you can find a good situation to find some shows. But you also can run into some fuck niggas that's really, that'll put you on the show, but be jealous of you at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And that shit be lame as hell too. It'd be a lame situation. It's a lot of jealousy in the music industry. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This shit is lame.
Yeah.
That's like if I'm dope, you dope. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of
trying to collab with people.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of room. You know what I'm saying, for everybody to excel because we don't do the same shit.
So is it a situation, and you don't have to get too specific, but is it a situation where like an artist feels like you got more attention or more favorable feedback than they did?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily than they did.
Mm-hmm.
I've had situations where I'd be at a show and niggas would put me at the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time the end of the show come up, everybody gone. Except for the people that I brought there. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, I understand what y'all trying to do. And they paint it out as you're the headliner. And it's like, bro, I'm cool. I'll be the headliner when I'm on tour.
Actual headliner.
Right.
But I need people in the building. You feel me? So, I've been in them type of situations. I don't think it's necessarily personal on the promoters, and it's really just so everybody can get that love, which I understand, cause it's a middle ground you gotta find. Cause if you can be the nigga that go on in the middle of the show, be the finest nigga, and then end up leaving, and then everybody leave after you, cause
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. So I understand it, but at the same time, it just be like
frustrating.
I don't want to sound arrogant, but I be wanting to tell the niggas, bro, step your shit up, bro. Please step your stage performance up, cause once I go, bro, I'm gonna leave an impression. Like that stage shit is something that I do. It's something that I'm passionate about. I love that shit. Fuck the recording, fuck the writing. My favorite shit is to perform. You know what I'm saying? So like when I'm on stage, bro, you just better bring it, bro. Like, and I ain't gotta do too much.
Yeah.
I ain't gotta do too much.
You touched on wasting time.
Yeah.
At this point, what advice would you give to somebody else to keep from, what are some things you would tell somebody to avoid wasting time?
Pay attention to the red flags.
Yeah.
Don't go around niggas that seem like they selling the dream, bro.
Yeah.
Like, find somebody that really you know what I'm saying, know what the fuck they talking about. Like, the reason why I'm even signed to the Nukes right now is because, you know what I'm saying, I ran the dudes that, you know what I'm saying, was promising me the moon and stars. Oh, I'm going to give you this, and we going to do this, this, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, all right, cool. And I got excited, but then got let down.
Yeah.
And Rich came into the fold when he met me at a studio session. And bro was like, yo, I think I can help you with what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I can't promise you that you gonna make it, but I can promise you that opportunity. And I can promise you I can develop you into a point where you're a better artist.
Right.
So I took that and was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm rocking with dude.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
look for the that sounds like reality.
Nah, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I look for. I look for the real shit and everything. So
that's how you know someone not trying to cap on.
Yeah, for a fact. And it's been a dope ass relationship, bro.
What's his name?
It's like family. Is
it the Nukes, you said?
The Nukes, yeah. You gonna go to IMJ Smash. But yeah, shout out to the Nukes, man. They just dropped the joint. And shout out to the Nukes and Bridges, man. They just dropped the joint with BJ Chicago Kid and Eric Bellinger. That song, it's called I think it's called Type of Day. I think it's called Type of Day. You'll be able to see it on this page and shit. They just dropped it.
So you said, so red flags.
Yeah.
Pay attention to reality more than the dream.
Yeah.
What else would you say?
We they're just speaking on wasting time, right?
Yeah. I too see a lot of people
hey,
wasting their time in their respective craft.
Yeah. Honestly, you'll be able to tell. After paying attention to the red flags, it's inevitable. You're going to have to waste time to even figure out what type of situations you're going to waste time in. Because it's just like, bro, I done been in so many. It's just like, damn, bro, I could have showed up later to this. Like, I ain't need to be here until this time. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to happen, bro. So prepare for it. But like I said, when it comes to dealing with people and management and production and things like that, you'll be able to tell from the front. You know what I'm saying? Red flags.
Yeah, a lot of times you be in the car, you pull away from a situation, you be thinking like, you'd be like, oh, that wasn't it. Like that, I don't know what I just
pay attention to your instinct.
In.
Pay attention to your instinct. Don't be goddamn gullible. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so what's the word? You know what I'm saying? So naive to the point that you know what I'm saying, you feed into what these niggas is saying and you lose who you are and try to chase it. You know what I'm saying? And people end up in fucked up contracts and bad situations because of that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So and hold out for the best possible situation.
Yeah, that's been very prevalent recently. It's real easy to just get sold a dream, particularly if someone's about to hand you a check afterwards, after you sign your life away. But that be what you be doing one way or another.
Don't understand that, man. They think them advances is like they money just to get out the hood. Nah, that's an investment for your project, bro. This is not for you to live on.
Right.
And
really, unless you about to be the next pop star, unless you about to be like the next Drake, an advance should be a red flag for you. Advance should be like
a certain number of an advance.
Yeah, like
so
how much of this do I owe y'all back?
Like I would never, whatever the number is they give you, you owe them that back before you make anything.
How much y'all gonna make off of this? Like,
that would be my thing. Just like, how about this? Don't give me the money. Y'all pay for the respective studio time. Like, don't give me the money.
Yeah. What's crazy?
Invest it just because that's an investment y'all want to do. But
and if you
don't invest in me, and then I gotta pay you back the investment, and I don't even know if my shit gonna pop.
Yeah, but it's ways to combat that. Like if you get around some people, some situations I've heard of, you can fuck around and be signed to a production team, and be in a prime position to where shit they already function as a label. So when you do get an advance, you don't need a fucking $1 million advance. You don't need a $2, $3, $4, $5 million advance. You can get $500,000.
Yeah.
Pay your team.
Yes.
Make sure you living good. So when shit you can make sure like I said, if it's in house and you already know you making dope shit, use the team you already got. You ain't gotta go to fucking the high dollar producer. You can fuck with your team. Right. You know what I'm saying? Pay them. Make sure y'all good. From that point on, that $500,000 then did good. You know what I'm saying? And fed everybody for a good amount of time. So when you do pay that shit, like when the money do come back, because you're going to make more than $500,000.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It seems like you would want to make the money first, then invest it.
Yeah.
Not just be thirsty to take like a $250,000, $250,000, and then you think that's to go buy like a Corvette with.
Hell no.
And like,
that's to feed the team and get their production and all that shit taken care of.
Like, hey, bro, go ahead and give your landlord a year's worth of rent.
Yeah.
Like that's what you need to do.
That's another thing that you do. That's why, like I said, you bust that shit down with your team, bro. You pay with, make sure y'all living straight so y'all can get to the music. Y'all can spend all your time doing this. You know what I'm saying? But most niggas, they ain't had nothing. Like, and I'm one of them niggas that ain't had nothing. But I've been blessed to have a team around me that let me know, don't be thirsty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of that shit, you can end up in a bad situation. I know it looked like, you know what I'm saying? You know, it go back to that old saying, bro. Everything that glitter ain't gold.
Right.
Sure. Just because a nigga handed you 10 million, bro, what that shit look like on the other side?
Right.
If he's handing
you not gonna make shit until that 10 million is paid back.
Exactly.
You gonna make
and ain't no guarantee you gonna make $10 million back. Especially in today's climate.
Last thing you want to be doing is like cranking out albums and shows and tours that for free. Because you basically paying the label back.
Especially if you sign to a 360. If you sign to a 360, they already getting a piece of that anyway.
Right. So it's like, man, I imagine how stressful it has to be like a known artist that is perceived to be like successful in making it, but you're like buried in a deal. You're buried over your head.
I feel like that's why it's best to be like. I guess it's best to be like folks like Nipsey. I use Nip as an example. Go build your fan base. First off, he got signed to a label first. Mm-hmm. Understood the game. He's like, all right, fuck that. I know what I need to do. I need to go get in these streets and build my fan base up. And he did that. Became a household name in the streets. Had his independent shit popping. And now they got to match you. It's no longer a fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's not an investment. It's a partnership at that point. You know what I'm saying? You got more control over that shit, especially if you build your value outside of them. They can't take that away from you.
Yeah, and a lot of people are in a much more position, people are in a position to do that these days.
Yeah. Especially using the internet, man. They got so many, you know what I'm saying, tools and outlets for you to make it without a label. But it's gonna take you bread. It's not, and we're not gonna cap. I'm not gonna cap you down. Like it's gonna be like some easy shit to do. Like you can just put $300-$400 in this shit. You gonna have to hustle, bro. You gonna have to get out here and get into it. You have to find some investors, find some people that really believe in you. And you got to go outside of your comfort zone. You can go outside the people that know you, because it's not going to be the people that know you that's going to invest in you.
Right. And it's not going to be the people that you know that's going to support you. Once you get your... It's another... I've learned that even just with this program.
That's a big fact.
It's like, oh, okay, you ain't respond to the text.
They not going to respect it till they see other people supporting it.
Yeah.
And that's when I started getting my respect. When they started seeing other people supporting it, and then the caliber of people that were supporting it, they're like, oh, shit, you might have something. Nigga, I had something on my hands back then.
Right, exactly.
You're late, my nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, people start paying attention to your shit once you're popping.
Yeah, facts.
And it's like, but bro, you knew me. I sent you the initial shit of the early stuff, and it was nothing.
Yeah.
But now you hit me up talking about some, hey, bro, what the...
You got us to learn, if I'm going to give some advice, too, you also got to learn not to take shit like that personal.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. And I've learned that. I used to take that shit personal a lot. I'm like, God damn, bro. Y'all say y'all support, but you ain't showing up.
Right.
But you showing up for goddamn Rick Ross, showing up for Drake, showing up for Cole.
Right.
My tickets is $12, my nigga.
Right, like, damn, boy.
You ain't got time to show up for the boy, but you got time to spend $200. All right, bet. Say less. I used to get mad at that shit, but it's just like, they gonna understand. They gonna see.
Oh, yeah.
Because when they see me in that spotlight, they gonna be like, bro, can I? They gonna be the same person. People turn around asking for favors. It's just like...
There's a very evil part of me that's waiting for that moment.
Hey, man.
In general, I'm a nice guy, but I can be pretty stubborn and pretty petty when it comes to people that I don't like or people that I feel like have fucked me over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, ooh, I can't wait till you see it. I can't wait till you see it.
I feel like this sometimes.
I'm probably gonna pull past your house too. I'm doing a fuck nigga tour around Atlanta, and I'm pulling up to all you bitch ass niggas' houses.
I ain't going that crazy. I just want, to me,
what was that bullshit you was talking?
Best revenge is success. Like, I just want you to see it. It ain't necessarily, I don't want to throw it in your face.
Nah, I don't want to throw it in your face.
Once you see it, it's going to be like, fuck.
You'll be like, damn.
It's going to be in their face enough.
Nah, facts.
It's like, damn, I should just
That's why I don't block people on Instagram.
Right, you're right.
Nah, nigga, you don't see this.
Yeah, stay tuned.
You gotta watch this. I ain't gonna follow you, but I know you're gonna watch me. You gotta see this.
I've dropped the N-bomb more than I probably have wanted to. So shout out to. Speaking of the N-word, how do you pronounce this name on my shirt?
Narangs.
Okay. This the
Narragansett.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with what he said.
Narragansett. I don't know how to say it. It's just the N-word. So shout out to the N-word.
Shout out to the N-word.
What if you pronounce nigga with like this kind of N? It's like nigga. Okay, no more N-bombs. Well, I'm so glad you could come on.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad that me and Chop just had a random, just like, hey man, like my cousin, my boy doing this thing.
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, let's bring him on.
Yeah, man.
And it's been a dope talk. If you want to tell people where to follow you.
Oh yeah, man. You can follow me on all platforms at Akilz Amari. That's AKILZAMARI. You know what I'm saying? Follow the boy. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped Red Claw Freestyle. We got No More Losses, the deluxe edition, coming out soon. I got a couple things coming, man. I just can't really speak on a lot. You know what I'm saying? Some more freestyles coming, some more videos coming, so just stay locked, man.
And any more of your like peer group artists you work with you want to shout out?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out to Chop God, man. Shout out to Ricky Blue. Shout out to my dog Luke. Shout out to the Nukes. Shout out to Rapper Big Pooh. Shout out to man, damn, it's a lot. Shout out to T Smith. Shout out to goddamn. It's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people, for real, for real.
Shout out the person you want to see this video so you can propel you to the next where you want to be at. Shout out who you hope and see this video, who you hope and see you next. That's gonna get you to where you want to be at.
Hey man, the millions and millions of people that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, see me at one point. Yeah, man.
New fans.
I can't put it in another dude's hands. I really couldn't. Really couldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's up to me. Yeah, shout out to me. I want to see this.
Yeah.
I want to be the man that put me in position to do this. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're interested in coming. You know, having someone like you on just organically is really the point of this show. Like I was telling you, you know, the next guy we're about to interview is the similar thing. It just was kind of like a him reaching out to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh yeah, like definitely. That don't mean if you reach out to me, it'll be a definitely. More than likely, it'll be a definitely not.
Nah, facts.
But, you know, the point of this podcast is for Atlanta talent and business owners to come promote their brand. And let's just have a normal conversation.
Yeah.
And like I say, after episode 20, then it'll probably get outrageous. But I have to rope you in first.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe. You know where to follow us.
Yeah, man. Shout out to y'all for having me, man. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, it was. I'm so glad to do this. This is something that have truly helped me be more responsible, more organized. I just have a lot more to focus on now. And starting this was just a start of me like drinking less, eating better, actually getting sleep at night, actually like being productive.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm very glad to be doing this. Very glad to have Joe. You can follow him at the things. You can follow me at the things. They're like right here, whatever. Like you can follow the alligator. If you go walk in the swamp, you'll meet him. He'll actually follow you. And yeah.
Dan caught that alligator with his bare hands too.
Yes, I did.
Oh yeah, man. Before we go, man. Free Chris Whitfield, man. Yeah.
Yes. Free Chris. I think we're out, Joe. Do you have anything to say? Actually, yeah, Joe has to close this out. Joe, close us out.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.